Hi everyone, I hope you're all. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Cardano. Once again, thank you for support. Okay, big up the CoinsKid crew. Thank you to each and every single one of you. Thank you for liking this video, sharing the video, and most importantly, subscription on YouTube. So, there is a link in each and every single video description from now on to Bybit. It's an amazing platform where you can trade Cardano, exchange it, spot, whatever you want to do. But equally, not just for the trading, okay, or the buying of Cardano. There's a Bybit launchpad platform, and they launch beautiful little altcoin gems on there. And I've been looking at historical data, and some of them have done really, really well. There was one today, but we missed it, unfortunately. To participate, you have to buy the Bybit tokens that are called BIT, and then you have them in your account, and then you get a 1-to-1 ratio airdrop from that. So there is one coming on the 15th, between the 15th and the 19th of this month. It's called Izumu token, and the more BIT tokens you've got in there, obviously the more airdrop tokens you get. That then you can trade on the 20th, I believe that's opening up. So unfortunately we've missed the one today. I do apologise. We're a bit late to the party on that one, but that's a metaverse token. It's called Realty. Really, I think. Sorry, and that I think that's trading starts in the next couple of days. So yeah, that's Bybit. Definitely get involved. The link is in each and every single video description from now on, okay? And equally on CoinsKid.com. So right now, Cardano, it's rolling here, isn't it? But what I want to show you on the weekly RSI here, each time we've came down to this trend line here, we have found a bounce for Cardano, okay? So this is your bear market low here. This is your capitulation just there, and you can see in the waveforms you do start to pick up when you come down here. So look how close we are with this capitulation. We're so close to coming down to this particular trend line. You can lose it obviously, but we would be losing a particular level of in the RSI that we've never ever fell through before. So this really is driving into the floor. There's some capitulation going on here with Cardano. It really is rolling over, but with that, it's unbelievable, but you are still actually structurally sound. Can you believe it? But you are, with this epic rollover here that Cardano is going through, you are still structurally relatively sound, because you've got this low here, okay, which obviously if you do start to lose that, I've given you a technical target immediately. You can see straight away you got your swing high there, because you've melted through it basically, and if you ever was lose that support, boom, you get an immediate level of support there. There is a Fibonacci target just there. I do believe that it works the same way, going up and coming down. If you do start to lose that low, you're looking at 1618 bounce. You will come down and bounce off them particular levels of support as well, come back up until you get to the 1618 at 44 cents, and you can immediately see that swing high as well. On the weekly there would act as a massive level of support. Will it happen? I don't necessarily envision. I think Cardano is looking relatively good here. I know it's in the floor, but these always offer optimal opportunities. Look at the stock in the floor, ready to pump up. It was here. Remember when we were coming down here and everyone was really fearful? Just there, you got the stock in the floor, and I kept saying to you, it doesn't hang around out there for too long, and if you want a nice wave up, this is where you need to be. And right now you back down there basically. So if you miss this wave here, potentially you've got another opportunity here on Cardano for another beautiful wave up, and all of this here is available to trade on Bybit. So right now what we're going to do is look on the 4-hourly time frame, because I do believe there is a bit of a pattern that's emerging here for Cardano, okay, as it's coming down. You can see it's hitting resistance, it's potentially just rolling. So you do have a key level resistance just here for Cardano, okay, that you're coming down. Look at this. So you're coming down like that, aren't you? You're hitting your head on that level of resistance every time. So for me, that's a massive level of resistance. So I do think once you start to get back through that, you can look at an impulsive break to each point of contact just there, okay? But just here, you've actually got some kind of tightening range, I think, just here for Cardano. Look at this. So you've got a really, really tight range there. You're hitting your head. And again, if you do start to break this little resistance for Cardano, I do think you're going to come up and come to each point of resistance, okay, of this contact here, of this particular pattern that I'm starting to see here for Cardano. So you have got some kind of falling wedge pattern that's starting to form just there. Look, you see that, and you coming really, really close into the apex of this pan. So I do think some kind of breakout and reversal is on the cards here, because this is basically a falling wedge. Look at that, it's tightening. You come close to the apex there, start to break out. I think you're going to retrace to each point of contact, and with that you're going to break out this trend line here, and you're going to retrace to there, to around about 175, isn't it? So this particular break of this resistance here could be a fantastic opportunity going forward. And don't forget that the RSI is actually in the floor on the weekly, so we're looking for that bounce, we're looking for that break, aren't aren't we? You know, so I do think it's coming, and the capitulation will be over, and at that point Cardano will start to come back up the stairs. I see so many people, you know, saying that Cardano is a stable coin, but we've done all this before. We did it way back in May. So, you know, come to your charts, draw this, look, you got this support just there, and you got the resistance just there. Once you start to come back up, you're going to attack this level of resistance, like I said to you, point of contact, point of contact. Once you start to break that, you'll be retracing to each point of contact. This is how it works. Okay, and you could see an explosive growth here for an upside for Cardano in this bull run, because you are still actually holding structural support. Okay, so if we take a look on the weekly again, there's equally something else I want to show you that's starting to form for Cardano just there on the weekly time frame. If we take a look, start to zoom out like this, you can see, coupled with the fact that Cardano is creating that falling wedge pattern just there, and equally coming down to this trend line on the weekly and the stock in the floor as well. You know, this is optimal entry point, and this is where you need to be if you're going to get them waves. You know, up here, look at the chart just there. You overbought and the stock's in the sky basically. So to get that continuation there, you're going to sort of come up and come down the loose structure and lose this low, and then to the bear. But right now you are still sound because you've got that low and a higher low essentially. So if you bounce here now, look, you got a high, and you're coming up the stairs basically. But not only that, if you look at the RSI here, you actually got this trend line in the price action. Okay, you see this trend line in the price action. Currently losing it at the moment, but if you can hold this, you know, this is a weekly time frame, don't forget. So you got this trend line, bounce, bounce, bounce. You know, you bounce there, you're wicking underneath it at the moment, but by the time this starts to pick up and bounce, which could be over the next couple of days, you know, you got a little wick there, and it's found support, and it's gone, and it's got back up of the EMAs. So you're holding a beautiful trend line at the moment, but equally with that, you are putting in a whopping hidden bullish divergence. Okay, and remember this bounce here, we got the bounce because I said to you, look, you're creating a hidden bullish divergence on the weekly time frame. You're putting in a lower low in the RSI, but you're putting a higher low on the price action, and eventually you start to break up just here. Same here, look, you're just putting a low there and then you broke up. Do you see that? So right now you're doing exactly the same. If you can hold this trend line, okay, obviously if you start to lose this trend line, you're closing it on the weekly, then it doesn't look too great here, and Cardano's potentially coming down to retest these lows and potentially retest this trend line here as well. But there is still hope for Cardano, and primarily is because you're so low on the weekly RSI. You're at the levels you were when you got the bounces in the bear market and the capitulation event of Corona. So, you know, Cardano is absolutely in the floor here, you know, with the oversold trajectory basically. So I'm looking for a bounce, and I do think at this point, once you do start to pick up, I do think you're putting an impulsive break, and like I've just shown you, I do think you'll be looking at beautiful upside, and it could offer a fantastic long opportunity going forward for Cardano. So that's basically a quick little update. You know, hopefully we sort of see the wick here start to come back up, hold, bounce, see you later for Cardano. But if it does close this week under this trend line, which you've got here, this beautiful trend line, okay, if you do start to close the week below that, then you are giving more of a precursor to definitely coming back down to this white trend line to retest the support, you know. So that could offer a bit of a short opportunity from there to there of around about 28% moving forward. But at that point, your RSI, you fell. You basically fell here on the weekly, and it's an unbelievable level to be at, to be honest with you, especially looking at historical data here for Cardano, how low it is. So that's basically Cardano. I hope you enjoyed that quick little update, and it's answered a lot of questions. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.